Be ready. Start. The closing balance as per the ledger account provided by the corporate debtor was rupees 11,88,514, whereas the real outstanding amount was rupees 11,39,513. Stop. The invoices are the agreement as per the Indian Contract Act 1872. Stop. The operational creditor referred the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in para 40 in the matter of Mobilox Innovations Private Limited versus Kirusa Software Private Limited within bracket 2017 85 taxman.com 292 and the judgment of the Honorable Appellate Tribunal in para 13 and 14 in the matter of Excel Infra Logistics Private Limited versus Karnani Solvex Private Limited within bracket 2020 118 taxman.com 340 within bracket NCLAT and also the judgment of this Honorable Tribunal in para 13 in the matter of Fine Group Corporate Limited versus Lemon Electronics Limited within bracket 2020 120 taxman.com 177 bracket start NCLT New Delhi bracket close stop para. We have heard the learned counsel appearing for the applicant as well as respondent and perused the averments made in the application, reply and rejoinder filed by the respective parties. Stop. We further noticed that one interlocutory application being IA 1908/2020 was filed by the respondent for condoning the delay in filing the reply. Stop. We further notice that the respondent on 16/8/2021 has deposited the cost of rupees 5,000 in the Prime Minister's Relief Fund in pursuance of the order dated 11/8/2021. Stop. So, considering this fact, we condone the delay in filing the reply. Stop. Since the reply has already been filed by the respondent, the same is taken on record. Stop. With this, the IA 1908/2020 stands disposed of. Stop para. Now, coming to the merits of the main application, on perusal of the averments made in the main application, reply and rejoinder, we noticed that the defense of the respondent is that there is pre-existing between the parties regarding the quality of goods supplied by the applicant, and the further contention of the corporate debtor is that the book of accounts of the corporate debtor shows that only rupees 35,348 is due and payable. Therefore, the alleged demand of rupees 11,38,514 is false. Stop. It is further claimed by the respondent that there was no agreement in respect of the payment of interest, whereas the contention of the learned counsel appearing for the applicant is that there was no dispute raised prior to the issuance of the demand notice. Stop. For the first time, when the demand notice was delivered on the email ID of the corporate debtor, which was being used by the key managerial persons on 2/12/2019, then on 4/12/2019, the respondent had sent an email regarding the quality of the goods. Therefore, before considering the submissions at this juncture, we would like to refer a scanned copy of the demand notice sent by the applicant to the corporate debtor, which is at page 52 to 62, email dated 2/12/2019 within bracket page 63, postal receipts within bracket page 64, tracking report within bracket page 65 to 66, comma, email sent by the corporate debtor on 4/12/2019 and reply to the demand notice. Stop. Over.